um, handling duplicates, outlier analysis, um, the encoding, data,
Okay, fine. Coming to vinsurization, which libraries basically used to come up with the function called vinsurizer?
feature engine.
Feature engine. Okay, fine. Feature engine. Fine. And coming to vinsurization, okay, first of all, tell me why vinsurization is used. Why should we go for vinsurization? What it will do?
Outlier analysis, outlier treatment.
If you want to treat your outliers, vinsurization is the best way to come up. Fine. Image creator. So many things are coming up because of Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft uh, has something called Copilot. Okay, because of Copilot, all the products of Microsoft are coming up with those inbuilt Copilot access. Fine. Coming to Power BI, if you guys are going to learn Power BI in future, if you go for the Pro version, Pro subscription version, Copilot options are providing you so many things. Fine. Uh, Within a second, you are going to create a dashboard. Within a second, you are not going to come up with so many difficulties. Within a second, you can come up with dashboard creation. Dashboard in the sense, one page would be there. It is going to contain tiles or different charts and graphs. Within second, it is going to create because of something called Copilot. So Copilot is going to take care everything which are part of Microsoft. Fine. So we are leading ahead. Okay, we are going to that particular generation where AI is going to take care of everything. Okay, in future, all the things are going to be automated, almost all. Coming to your EDA preposing, these things are already available, but people are not using it because of some errors, and all these things are frequently coming up these days. But in future, EDA pre-processing, machine learning, everything is going to be automated. Okay, we are going to have something called AutoML libraries. In order to use AutoML libraries, yes, you need to know what machine learning is, what are the different things are present under machine learning. You should be knowing all those things, then only you can go and use that particular code. Okay, right now we are supposed using 100 lines of code. Days should be coming up where only we are going to use 2 to 3 lines of code. 2 to 3 lines of code karigiri pura total kam hojibo. Fine. Recently, I met one person. He is providing this Gen AI courses and all. I was having a conversation with that old person. Okay, he's quite senior than me. He's about 70s. So I asked him ki what kind of courses they are providing. They were saying that we are providing everything regarding these tools, AI tools. Okay, AI tools are going to automatically do whatever we want. Okay, we went to one college called Rajdhani College here in Bhubaneswar. We had a banner where it was completely written Rajdhani College of something something Bhubaneswar. Fine. That person, what he did, he simply took a picture. He took a picture of this particular coding. Fine, poster. I don't know which tool he used, but he uploaded that image to that provided tool. Fine. Once he uploaded, he gave a voice message. He gave a voice message that go and give a give a song, Udiya song, on the particular text which is written over this particular screen or this image, and the song would be coming up with the voice of Sonu Nigam. Sonu Nigam. And within 10 to 15 second, one song came up. That song was completely Udiya song, and it was taking all the words regarding whatever written on that particular piece of paper, or that poster. Fine. So all those things are happening. It is coming up. DeepSeek, developed by this Chinese company. Fine. It has overruled ChatGPT. Fine. Days are coming up where ChatGPT is going to come up with another version. OpenAI. Okay. OpenAI company is going to come up with another version of ChatGPT, which is going to give a tough competition to DeepSeek. Fine. So people are approaching towards those automated things which would be easily carrying out the task of human. Okay, that is the reason why you guys need to learn something called LLM, large language models. Large language models. So behind the scene of all such models, auto generated models, we have something called large language concepts. So large language models concepts, if you learn, you would be getting to those things. For example, chat gpt is working because of gpt. GPT is one of the model. Behind GPT, so many architectures, so many mathematics, so many algorithms are present. If you learn those things, then in future you can also create something like Chat GPT. Although Chat GPT creation is not an easy thing. Why? Because Chat GPT is considering all the texts, all the data from Google, from books, from articles. That is the reason why whatever you give to ChatGPT, it is going to provide you the solution. But it is not efficient for us to create something like ChatGPT. But at least, can we create a chatbot? Can we create a good chatbot? Yes, we can create. To create also chatbot, we should be learning something regarding LLM. Fine. Anyway, so this is what the market scenario is. Okay, people are asking about the projects that you guys are going to do or you have done. If you have done a project based on some deep learning concepts, from machine learning concepts, then it will create a big impression over their head. Okay, they would be, hoping to get you on board. But if you have not done any project regarding these models, these sophisticated, these advanced models, then it will be a challenging task. Okay, so think wisely. If you are entering into this IT field, ultimately you are going to end up your career in this particular thing, AI. Everything is going to be automated. Almost all the companies are going to seek for AI concepts, so you have to learn. Right now my friend, he's working here in Bhubaneswar. He is working for something called Sportsfire is nothing but a visualization tool, just like Power BI, Tableau. It's struggling. Why? Because Sportsfire is getting outdated. This particular tool is getting outdated. No one is going to use this. Everyone is switching to Power BI, Tableau, but that person is not getting enough time to go and learn Power BI or Tableau. That is the reason why that particular company is telling that person to learn these things, or else we would be firing you. Okay, so IT world is just like that. You need to keep on upgrading yourself. You need to keep on improving yourself. It is not like you got a job and you are going to sit for the next 5 to 10 years without doing anything, without learning anything. Every day, every month, you have to learn. Why? Because it has become mandatory to learn. These tools, AI regarding tools, whatever is coming to the market, they are going to do all the things within a fraction of a second. Fine. Now, in order to develop those tools, you have to become AI developer. AI developer. And in order to become AI developer, you should be knowing the concepts of machine learning, deep learning, and those generative AI concepts. Under that, we have something called prompt engineering, LLM. Those things you have to learn. Anyway, these things are apart. Okay. So see here, visualization we have done. Okay, we have also seen something called zero variance zero variance or near zero variance features. Okay, why you should be dropping it, what is the necessity of those things, you should be knowing all those things. What is the requirement of visualization? Under visualization, do we have something called capping values? If so, what are the different capping values, why did you use IQ or why not Gaussian? Such kind of questions people are expecting. Apart of these things, we are going to learn something called missing values. Missing values. So this is another kind of defect on our data. Suppose you have got a data would be containing some missing values, is not it? Yeah, there is some good chance of having missing values. For example, my salary column is something like this. Someone is getting 30,000, someone is getting 40,000, someone is getting 50,000, and here the data is not given. Next the data is given as 60, next the data is given as 10. But here a missingness is there, is not it? If a missingness is there, what can we do? What can we do? Can we remove this? Yes, you can remove this. That's completely fine. You can remove it. No worries at all. But if you remove it, what about that other column? For example, I have something called age. Age of a person is given 20, 30, 40. Here it is 50. Here it is, 20. Here it is going to be 25. So see here, missingness is present on this particular column, but if you want to drop this entire row, this thing is also getting dropped, is not it? So entire row dropping will hamper your other columns, even though they don't have any missing values. So what you have to do, you have to fill it up. Go and fill it up. Why to drop? It is not recommended to drop. Fill it up. Fill it up. If you have any missing values, go and fill it up. And who are creating these missing values? Are we creating those missing values? No. It could be because of anything, any reason. Okay. So in general, we are going to have something called missingness completely at random. This could be the reason of missing values completely at random. Missingness could be completely at random. Missingness at random. Randomly something is getting missed out. Missingness not at random. Not at random. That means some reason could be there because of that particular missing value. Missingness completely at random. The best example is a teacher is marking the attendance of students. Fine. Suppose 50 students are sitting in a particular class. A teacher is marking the attendance of the student. Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Roll number 1, the person told present sir. The person gave, the teacher gave P as present. Roll number 2, person was present, P. Roll number 3, 3 is missing, missing. That's completely fine. He is absent. Absent. But coming to roll number 4, all of a sudden the teacher got a call. The teacher got distracted. And he didn't see that roll number 4 is actually present. Roll number 4 is actually present. But because of some distraction, the teacher marked it as absent. That means, or else what happened is the teacher simply didn't mention anything, the teacher left a blank space because of the distraction. Okay. So this is missingness completely at random. Randomly it is, a missingness is coming up randomly. Fine. It could be because of any, third factor. It is not because of that student, or because of any studies or anything regarding their school and colleges, anything like that. No. Because of some distraction, the person simply left it out. It is just like this. Another example, you can take it up something like this. Patients are visiting doctor. Suppose doctor is sitting here, so many patients are coming, per day. Do you think that the doctor is going to fill up a report for all these people? Is it, necessary? Yes, that's completely necessary, but there could be some chance that doctor would be getting distracted. Okay, because of what? The doctor could be, by any chance missing out the information of any of the few patient, any of the patient, who are coming up to get the treatment. Fine. There are some chances. So it is something like missingness completely at random. Even in our data set, some missingness could be there because of because of some randomness, complete randomness. Okay, it could be something like this. For example, a person who is going to take the printout of the data, the person has by mistakenly deleted this particular value. By mistakenly, he was distracted at that time. Because of that, the person might have deleted this particular value. So this is completely at random. Randomly, something is getting deleted. Okay, this could be one of the reason. Another reason could be something like missingness at random. Missingness at random, the best example is some of the students, they are not frequently coming up to school. Okay. They are, bunking school classes. And the teacher already knows that, okay, these are the four people who never comes to school. Last week they were completely absent. And today what happened? The teacher went to the class to take the attendance. Fine. The four people roll number were given as absent, absent, absent. That means missing, missing, missing. These four people are missing. These four people are missing. Although they are present, but the person marked it as absent. Why? Because of some past reason. Some reason could be there. Missing is completely at random. No reason. No specific reason. But here, yes, some reason could be there. Some reason. Because of some reason, it could be of any reason. Okay, the person has marked it as absent. But yet the person is not sure. The person is not sure. Is the teacher sure that they are absent? No. Because of some past event, this particular teacher thought that okay, in the last week they were completely absent. So in this week also they are going to be absent. Although they are present, but still the person marked it as absent. So this can be another reason of missingness at random. Another reason could be missingness not at random. That means here a proper reason is present. A proper reason is present. Proper reason is present. Why the missingness is happening? Proper reason is present. And the example you can take it as teacher is going to take the attendance. The teacher knows that the first bencher, the topper of this class, is absent today because of some health issues. And this topper has already informed the teacher that, sir, I will be absent for today. Why? Because I'm suffering from fever. So here a reason is there, a proper reason is there for the missingness. Fine, a proper reason is there for the missingness. So missingness of the values could be because of all, out of these three reasons, any reason could be there. Fine. Anyway, no one is going to ask you what are the three types of missingness. Okay. But if you have any kind of missing data, anything is missing out, you have to fill it up. Okay. The best way to handle the missing values is to fill it up. Don't delete, don't remove it. Why to remove? Suppose you have only 20 records. Although 20 records are not going to be given, but or 200 records. Out of 200, if you 200 is not that much high, is not it? The data set is not containing that much high records. 200 is not that much. And after 200, suppose you got that okay, 10 missing values are there. Are you going to delete those entire rows? If you delete it, what will happen? 190 rows would be coming up at the end. 200 रोज पहले से ही थे, काफी कम थे, अब उससे और 10 काट दिया, 190 हो गया. Okay, it may hamper your accuracy. You may be not getting good accuracy in future. So it is better not to delete, not to remove your rows without any proper reason. Without any proper reason, you shouldn't be dropping it. If you have duplicates and all, that's completely fine. Duplicate rows. But if you have any missingness here, but coming to all other columns, no missingness are there. Should you be dropping it? No, you shouldn't be dropping it. Fine. To handle those missing values, we have to fill it up. Fill those missing values. Now coming to filling the missing values, see, we have statistical method. Also you call it as simple imputation. Simple imputation based on some statistical stuffs. Coming to statistical stuffs, coming to EDA, we had learned mean, median, mode. Can we use it here? Absolutely, we can use it here. Suppose your salary column is given like this 30, 40, gap. Gap means missing. And coming to data frame, gap means emptiness would not be there. Something would be written that is nothing but nan, not a number. Not a number. And there is a difference between 0 and nan. Remember, 0 is a number. 0 is a number, but nan means blanks, emptiness. Fine, coming to data frame, you would be getting something called nan, and nan is a part of NP. If you are going to denote that nan, go and use something called np.nan, numpy. Numpy के अंदर वो nan वाला चीजें आता है. 30, 40 nan, 50, 10. How to fill this nan? How to fill this up? You can take the help of mean value. Mean value means take the mean of all other values. 30 plus 40 plus 10 plus 50. 50, 60, 100, 130 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 130 by 4. Fine. 4, 3 is 12, 13, 1, 0, 4, 2 is 8, 32.5. You got something called 32.5. Replace it, 32.5. Python would be replacing it here. So this technique is known as mean imputation. You are going to fill it up with something called mean imputation. This is known as mean imputation. You are filling it up with the help of mean values. Acha, what if you would be having Instead of 10, you have something called 1000. If you take the mean of it, instead of 10, it would be coming up 1000, is not it? And 1000 is an outlier. Suppose you haven't treated your outlier yet. You directly came to this particular step where you have your mean values, means you have all such values along with your outlier. Now tell me, outlier is going to affect your mean? Absolutely. Outlier will obviously affect your mean. Previously it's for 10. Because of 10 you were getting 32.5. Now you got 1000 here in place of 10. Now 1000 is coming up to the summation. It is contributing towards that summation single value. Now your mean value will also increase, is not it? Your mean value will also increase because of this 1000. पहले 10 था, अभी 1000 लगा दिया, तो मीन वैल्यू भी तो इंक्रीज होगा. क्यों? Why? Because mean is coming up with the summation. पहले 10 से ऐड करते थे, अब 1000 से ऐड करेंगे, तो टोटल वैल्यू भी बड़ा हो जाएगा. इफ द आउटपुट इज गेटिंग इंक्रीज, देन मीन वैल्यू विल ऑब्वियसली बी इंक्रीज्ड. एंड इफ मीन वैल्यू इज इंक्रीजिंग, that means outlier is affecting the mean value, is not it? Now in such circumstances you shouldn't be considering mean. Why? Because mean is getting affected by outlier. अगर मीन ले लेंगे तो उसकी जगह और कुछ ले सकते हैं क्या? वी कैन टेक समथिंग कॉल्ड मीडियन. मीडियन ले सकते हैं, मीडियन. अगर मीन नहीं लेंगे तो मीडियन ले लेंगे. मीडियन इज नॉट गेटिंग अफेक्टेड बाय आउटलायर. ओके. 5, 2, 10, 1, 0, 100, 50. Now tell me the median of these values.
Five.
Hmm.
Okay, put it in the chat window. Just put it in the chat window. Let's see. Okay. It's not coming up. Okay, 5. Okay, what about others? I got only one answer.
So if we arrange those values, then the fourth value will be the median.
See, 5 to 10, 1, 0, 100, 50. You have to arrange it in ascending order first. Or descending order, it is completely up to you. 0, 1, then 2, then 5. What happened then? 10, 50, then 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, fine. Take this 3 here, take this 3 here. 5 is the middlemost value. Got it? So 5 is nothing but the middlemost value. So 5 will be your median. So see here, 100 was your outlier. 100 was your outlier. Why? Because it was extremely a big number compared to all other numbers. Although 50 could be your outlier, I don't know. It depends on that calculation. But I can figure out that 100 is an outlier, a very big number. Is it impacting your median? It's not impacting your median. What if in place of 100, if I put 3 more zeros? Will it be affecting your median? No. Still your median will be 5. Okay, that is the reason why if you have outlier, okay, let me just mark it. If you have outlier, if you have outlier and you have not treated it, outlier को तुम treat करी ना, directly तुम पढ़े आसो ये technique करिया को, go for median imputation. Okay, why? Because if you take mean imputation, no worries at all. You would be getting the output, but that may hamper you in the upcoming steps. That may create some disturbance, that may create some problem coming to accuracies, coming to model training and all. Okay, that is the reason why from the very initial stage you have to be a perfectionist. Okay, coming to each individual steps. So take median value if you have outlier. That is the reason why I told you treat your outlier. Outlier को पहले से treat कर दो with the help of visualizer. With the help of visualizer, treat your outlier before coming to this step. Once you have already treated your outlier, now you don't have to worry. या तो मीन ले लो या नहीं तो मीडियन ले लो. It is completely up to you. Okay. But if you ask me which one should you prefer, mean or median, I will be taking mean. क्योंकि मीन का जो वैल्यू आता है वो सबको लेके आता है, सबका इंपोर्टेंस को कंसिडर करता है जस्ट बाय टेकिंग द समेशन ऑफ ईच एंड एवरी वैल्यू. बट कमिंग टू मीडियन, यू आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग, you are not doing any mathematical operation. Simply you are taking the middlemost value. But coming to mean, you are summing up. You are summing up everything and getting divided by the total number of terms. Is not it? सो मीन मीडियन के बीच अगर कॉन्टेस्ट लगेगा तो मीन को पहले प्रेफरेंस देना चाहिए. ओके. एनीवे यू कैन टेक मीडियन ऑल्सो, ऐसा कोई बड़ा रेस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं है. ओके. Now, apart of these two, we have something called mode imputation. Okay, mean imputation, median imputation. We have also something called mode imputation. But remember, mode imputation is known by the word called most frequent. It is the synonym, is not it? Synonym of mode is nothing but most frequent. तो मोड के जगह मोस्ट फ्रीक्वेंट लिखा जाता है कमिंग टू imputation टेक्निक. सो दीज थ्री टेक्निक्स आर कमिंग अंडर स्टैटिस्टिकल मेथड्स. का स्टैटिस्टिकल मेथड के अंदर ये आते हैं. ओके, लेट्स हैव अ लुक. थोड़ा जाके कोडिंग में देखते हैं हाउ दिस थिंग्स आर कमिंग अप. फाइन. Okay, suppose these things we had done in the previous session. We have also covered up encoding. Okay, don't forget encoding. We have also discussed different types of encoding techniques. Anyway, NumPy pandas. Let me go and just zoom it first. Pandas. You should be knowing why these libraries are used. What is the use of NumPy? What is the use of pandas? These two are the framework for your data science fundamentals. Fine. Why? Because almost all the things are coming up under NumPy and pandas. Basic things. Read underscore CSV. If you have Excel file, then you should be putting Excel. Okay. Let me go and import it. So this is the file that I have imported. If I go and okay, if I go and run this, name a PD not defined df. Let me go and show you df. See, this is your df. This is your df data frame. So many missing values are there. Are not you getting it? Nan. ପ୍ରାୟ କେତେ ଜାଗାରେ nan value ସବୁ ଅଛି, ସବୁ ଜାଗା ଦେଖିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ଅଛି. ସାଲାରୀଜରେ ଅଛି, coming to age also you have nan. Okay. Now let's go and check the is there any null? You are checking is there any null? If I only go for is any, now tell me in which format your output would be coming up. What it will do if I go simply and run this line? What will be coming up? Any guess?
How many null value are there in each column?
See, the output would be coming up in terms of Boolean format. Boolean true false is our ratio. Okay. So it is going to be clumsy, is not it? We are not getting uh, a convinced result. So what I should be doing, I should be going for something called sum. If I go for sum, then what will happen? It will be summing up all the true values. All the true values are going to be summed up. Now, if I go and find it out, देखो position रे 43 null values were present, state 35 null values present, gender 34, like this. These are the null values, number of null values present in our data set. Is there any other way to find out the null values instead of using is n? Can I figure it out? And coming to is na, instead of is na, you can also prefer is null. Is null is also fine. It is up to you which one you are using. Comfortable with, you can use it. I can go with something called df.info. Df.info will be giving you the information regarding your data set. And coming to information, it is also giving you this one, not null. How many not null values are there? 6 267 245. From this also you can figure it out that yes, null values are present. Is not it? Why? Because the total number of values are nothing but how many? 310. 310 is the total value. What happened? Screen got stuck. Yeah, it got stuck. Anyway, so you got something called null value. How many null values? Nearly about, you can go for the summation and you would be getting the number of null values present. Now it is our duty to treat these null values. Go and treat it. Now treating these null values requires how many numerical columns are there and how many non-numerical columns are there. To find it out, how many numerical and how many non-numerical, you should be going for info dot info. If you run this, you would be getting data types. Float are of two types. The object are of eight types. Object means the things are present in the string format. आठटा प्रकार string format रे items गुड़ाक अच्छी और दीटा column अच्छी जोटा कि numerical अच्छी float values. Okay. Now you can make up your mind. Okay, if I have numerical columns, then I can use either mean or median. It's completely up to you. You can either use mean or median. Fine. Now, before entering into missing value analysis, you should be doing outlier analysis. If you haven't done, that's fine. No one is beating you, no one is scolding you. You can directly come to missing value steps, but you have to make sure that if you have outliers present in your data set till now, go for which imputation on numerical columns? Mean imputation. If you don't have your outliers, then you can try out either mean or median. It is completely up to you. So what I told you, if you have outliers, then go for median imputation. Fine. Okay. Let's try it out. From Escalon, what is the use of Escalon? Can anyone tell me? Escalon would time libraries out uses. Escalon library is basically used for what? ML algorithms. SQL library is basically used for machine learning algorithms. So anything regarding machine learning stuff should be coming up under sklearn. Although we are not dealing with
Including
machine learning things, we are importing some of the functions for pre-processing steps. Still, they are part of sklearn. Sklearn is also a very powerful library. So many models are part of your sklearn. So many models, not all, but 80, 70, 80% of the models are part of your sklearn library. Fine. अब देखो, from sklearn we have something called impute. Impute is nothing but the module Python file. Under impute we have a function called simple impute. Under simple imputer, what can we do? Mean, median, mode imputation or most frequent imputation. Let's go and import it. If you are using sklearn for the first time, you can go on for pip install sklearn. Okay. Anyway, just have a look. Mean imputer, you are simply initializing your simple imputer. You are initializing simply from feature underscore engine dot outliers import vinsorizer. ତାପରେ vinsorizer को कौन करथुला? Initialize करथुला. Okay, in the same way you have to initialize that particular function. Simple imputer लिखिलो. What you have to do? You have to treat your missing value, is not it? So this is the parameter, guys. This is the parameter. Missing values, missing underscore values. This is nothing but a parameter. ई parameter टाକୁ तमे किसी भी करिकी चेंज कर पाइबनी. इफ आई गो एंड सिंपली रिमूव दिस एस रिमूव कर देली आ जाई ताको रन करूची, एरर, एरर. So these are predefined parameters. These are a part of that function. You cannot modify this. Modify code कर पाइबो ई जगह कर पाइबो. कौन दबाउ चाहू? You are going to treat what? Nan values. So you have to give np.nan. If you directly give nan, again error, because nan is a part of numpy. Okay, fine. Now what you have to do? आपको क्या करना है? मीन लेना है, मीडियन लेना है, क्या लेना है? स्ट्रैटेजी इक्वल्स टू मीन. यू हैव टू गो फॉर द स्ट्रैटेजी कॉल्ड मीन. आपको मीन इंप्यूटेशन करवाना है. Okay, go and initialize it. That means you are creating this engine, and making the engine ready. Let me go and keep it ready. वो ready हो गया, अभी जाके अप्लाई करना है। किस पे अप्लाई करूंगा? सैलरीज और एज पे। वाई आई एम अप्लाइंग ऑन सैलरीज एंड एज? बिकॉज दीज टू आर न्यूमेरिकल कॉलम्स। इज नॉट इट, दीज टू आर न्यूमेरिकल कॉलम्स। सैलरी का देखो फ्लोट है, एज का भी देखो फ्लोट है। दीज टू आर फ्लोटिंग वैल्यूज, दैट इज द रीजन वाई आई कैन यूज मीन। बट मीन अगर ले जाऊंगा, एज, लेट मी गो एंड फिगर आउट एज। थोड़ा एज कॉलम को ध्यान से देखते हैं। एज, कैन एज बी ए फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट वैल्यू? 50.26, कैन समवंस एज बी 50.26? नो, नहीं हो पाएगा। ये सब इंटीजर वैल्यूज है, ऑल्दो इट इज गिवन एज फ्लोट। अगर फ्लोट दिया भी है तो किस तरीके से आना चाहिए? 44.00, 33.00। एनी वे, डॉट जीरो जीरो डज नॉट मेक एनी सेंस, इसीलिए वो डेटा फ्रेम में प्रिंट नहीं करवाया है। तो शुड आई बी गोइंग फॉर मीन हियर? क्या मैं एज के ऊपर मीन लगा सकता हूँ? फंडामेंटली इट विल नॉट मेक एनी सेंस, क्योंकि अगर मान लो मीन लगा दिया एंड आई गॉट अ मीन एज 50.26, तो जहाँ पे मिसिंग वैल्यूज होंगे वहाँ पे 50.26 वो लिख देगा। इज इट मेकिंग एनी सेंस? 50.26 क्या किसी का एज हो सकता है?
median.
हाँ, दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आई शुड बी
मोड
प्रिफरिंग
मोड
मीडियन। मीडियन नवा मोड तेबे नवा। रिमेंबर, मोड इज बेसिकली यूज्ड व्हेन यू हैव कैटेगोरिकल डेटा। ये जो स्ट्रिंग रिगार्डिंग जो ऑब्जेक्ट डेटा अच्छी ना, धर कैट, कैट, कैट स्पेस, स्पेस माने मिसिंग वैल्यू गोटे अच्छी डॉग। এই মিসিং ভ্যালুକୁ ফিগର ଆଉଟ୍ କରିବାର ଅଛି। ମୁଁ ଆଇ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ୟୁଜ୍ ମୋଡ୍। ମୋଡ୍ ମାନେ ଫ୍ରିକ୍ୱେଣ୍ଟଲି ଯୋଉଟା ଅକର ହେଇଛି, 3 ଥର କ୍ୟାଟ୍ ହେଇଛି ତ ହିୟର ଇଟ୍ ୱିଲ୍ ବି ପୁଟିଂ କ୍ୟାଟ୍। ସୋ ମୋଡ୍ର ୟୁଜ୍ ତେବେ କରିବ when you have categorical data. It is fine to use mode when you have
सर
categorical data। ହୁଁ।
सर इवन सर सर एज रे भी जब आपन कहते मीन नहीं होबनी मीडियन नंबर सर मीडियन ने जदी इनके जति ऑड डाटा अछि ने ऑड नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज अछि तले ठीक अछि। बट जदी इवन आसला तो मझी दीटा को तो माने एडिशन
ଆଭରେଜ
करके
ନବ,
डिवाइडेड बाय 2
ଆଭରେଜ ନବ
अब
ବାସ୍।
ओरिजिनल फिर भी सर से चांसेस भी सेठी भी पॉइंट आसी ना।
ସେଠି ବି ଆସିଯିବ। ସେଠି ଯଦି ଆସିଯାଉଛି ଆମେ କ'ଣ କରିବା? ଆସ୍ ଟାଇପ୍ ଲଗେଇଦେବା।
अच्छा ठीक है ओके
ଆସ୍ ଟାଇପ୍ଟା ଆମେ ପଢ଼ିଥିଲୁ ଟାଇପ୍ କାଷ୍ଟିଂ। ଟାଇପ୍ କାଷ୍ଟିଂରେ ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଛି?
ठीक
ଫ୍ଲୋଟ୍କୁ ଆମେ ଇଣ୍ଟରେ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିଦେବା। ଧର 50.26 ଅଛି, ଆର ଇଣ୍ଟିଜର ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ କ'ଣ ହେଇଯିବ? 50।
50 ओके
ବୁଝିଲ?
यस
तो you have to do the manipulation तो କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ। For example, if I go for int of something given as 50.26, 50.26, let's have a look। 50, 50 ବନେଇଦେଲା ତ ଆମେ ଟାଇପ୍ କାଷ୍ଟିଂ ୟୁଜ୍ କରିଦେଇପାରିବା ସେଇଠି। ଓକେ,
ओके
फाइन। देख, तो मु खाली एमती मु माने देखौଥିଲି, जस्ट आई कैन रिमूव इट आउट। मैं तो रिमूव कर दउची, त खाली हमें सैलरी नवा। इट्स फाइन टू टेक ओनली सैलरी। अच्छा,
ଗୋଟେ question,
हाँ।
suppose ମୋ କଲମରେ
ହୁଁ
500 କଲମ ଅଛି,
ହୁଁ
300 କଲମର ଡାଟା ଅଛି, ବାକି 200 କଲମର ଡାଟା ନାହିଁ।
ହୁଁ
କ୍ୟାଟାଗୋରିକାଲ ନ୍ୟୁମେରିକାଲ ଡାଟା,
ହୁଁ।
ନ୍ୟୁମେରିକାଲ ଡାଟାରେ ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ ଏଠି ସେଇ ଡାଟା ଗୁଡା ଫିଲ୍ଅପ୍ କରିବି ମିଡିଆନ ଇମ୍ପୁଟେସନ ନେଇକି ନା ମିନ୍ ଇମ୍ପୁଟେସନ ନେଇକି?
अच्छा, ये गोटे हाइपोथेटिकल कथा। हाइपोथेटिकल माने 500टा रेकर्ड अच्छी, 500टारू 300 रेकर्ड माने कंप्लीटली फिल्ड अप अच्छी, आ 200टा रेकर्ड नहीं है कि? यही जो केसेस जरा आसूची, हियर यू हैव टू गो फॉर द क्लाइंट मीट। क्लाइंट को पचारे पड़ियो, दीज आर द मिसिंग वैल्यूज, सो मेनी मिसिंग वैल्यूज आर प्रेजेंट बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन? What could be the reason? If that person is saying that these things are missingness completely at random, we never knew how this came up, एटा केमिति आसिला हमें जानिनु। ओके, then you have to go for data understanding part। जेमती एबे जेमती एज कथा नेली, एज भला गोटे कॉलम अछि, एज भला गोटे कॉलम अछि, बहुत सारा मिसिंग अछि। ता सहित सैलरी भी अछि, बहुत सारा मिसिंग वैल्यूज अछि, बहुत सारा मिसिंग वैल्यूज अछि। बहुत सारा माने धर एथिरे 200टा मिसिंग वैल्यू, एथिरे भी 200टा मिसिंग वैल्यू, माने आमे जानिनु एज रो, आमे जानिनु सैलरी भी जानिनु किछि, हैला कि? बट यू नो द नेम ऑफ दोस पीपल। आ गोटे जानिछो एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ दोस पीपल, वर्क एक्सपीरियंस और नेम ऑफ दोस पीपल जानिछो। फाइन। और तुमको क्लाइंट तुमको से गोटे आइडिया देदेव एक्सपीरियंस जो जो लोकंकर 5 वर्ष अधिक अच्छी गो एंड पुट समथिंग कॉल्ड ए सॉरी एक्सपीरियंस जब 5 वर्ष अधिक अच्छी सैलरी तुम पकई दियो 50K ସେତେବେଳେ ତମେ କୋ ଇମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟେସନ୍ ନେବ वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड कॉन्स्टेंट इम्प्यूटेशन ହେଲା बेस्ड ऑन सम क्राइटेरिया गोटे क्राइटेरिया मैच करुच्ची ओ एक्सपीरियंस ताले जार 5 वर्ष अधिक अच्छी जाकि 50,000 पकई दियो तो टोटाल से चेक कला जार एक्सपीरियंस 5,000 रु अधिक अच्छे 5 वर्ष अधिक गो एंड प्रिफर सैलरी एज 50K 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 ହେଲା ଯେତେବେଳେ ବହୁତ ସାରା ମିସିଂ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ଅଛି ଆମକୁ କିଛି ନା କିଛି କ୍ରାଇଟେରିଆ ବେସିସ୍ରେ କାମ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ କାହିଁକି ନା ଡେଟାରେ ଏତେ ମିସିଂ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ହେବା ମାନେ କିଛି ନା କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କରପ୍ଟ ଅଛି ଡେଟାରେ ଆଉ ସେ କରପ୍ଟଟା କ୍ଲାଏଣ୍ଟ ତରଫରୁ ହେଇଛି ତ ସେତିକିବେଳେ ଟିକେ ମିଟିଂ वगैरह ହୁଏ if you have very few missing values then you can prefer this mean median mode ତମ ଆଇଡ଼ିଆରେ ତମେ ତମର ଚଲେଇବ କିଛି ମିଟିଂ କରିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ ବଟ୍ if you have so many missing values କିଛି ତ ଗଡ଼ବଡ଼ି ଅଛି ଗୋଟେ ଡେଟା ସେଟ୍ରେ ଏତେ ମିସିଂ values କାହିଁକି ଅଛି ଆଉ ଯଦି ବି ଅଛି ସେମାନେ ଡେଟାଟାକୁ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି କାହିଁକି ହେଲା ଟିକେ ଏକ୍ସଟର୍ନାଲ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟର ଆସିଯିବ ଆଉ ସେତେବେଳେ କନଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଇମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟେସନ୍ ଆମେ ଆପ୍ଲାଏ କରିପାରିବୁ ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଆପ୍ଲାଏ କନଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଇମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟେସନ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ ଫାଇନ୍ Oh, see here, if I use, acha, I initialized it in the second line, I'm removing this age. मैं age को remove कर मैं खाली रखली salaries, and I will be going and running this. What it will be doing? एटी जाते मैं initialize करके रखी चो, सेही जिनसेटा को नेकरी मैं fit करीबी and transform करीबी कहाँ ऊपरे salaries column ऊपरे. Because salaries containing so many missing values, is not it? Can I apply it over my salaries column? Yes. तो तुम्हें fit underscore transform करियो. Remember, once I told you that coming to preprocessing you have to use fit underscore transform, but coming to prediction you have to use fit underscore predict. Okay, these are the two different methods you have to prefer. Let me go and run it. So once I run it, what happened? Salaries रे प्रत्येक जिनस mean value रे replace ହେଇଗଲା. Those null values which were present coming to my salary column, they got replaced with something called mean. Go and check it out. Let's go and check it out. If I go with something called df dot info, let's try it out. Information. Will it be coming up? Yeah. देखो salaries रे 310 ହେଇଗଲା, completely filled up. Now if I go with is n a sum, let's before this one salaries dot is n a dot sum, let's check it out how many null values are there. Total 0. Previously केते null value थिले कि एठी salaries रे 32 टा थिले, एबे केते हे गेले 0 हे गेले. So it got treated, it got replaced, all those missing values got replaced with something called salaries रे mean. Okay, in the same way if I go and find it out median सेमती केमती यूज करी सिंपल इंप्यूटर नहीं गलो इनिशियलाइज कलो स्ट्रैटेजी लिख देलो मीडियन एती खाली चेंज रहइबो and you are going to apply it over what age the age apply करछो that's completely fine. Go and apply it over age and run it. Median imputer is not defined, let me go and initialize. Yeah, that's fine. तो एज कॉलम रे जोड़ जोड़ मिसिंग वैल्यूज थिले से माने सब कोथरे कवर अप हे गेले तार मीडियन वैल्यू रे. ओके, नाउ मीडियन वैल्यू एज रो थिला कोन आगु previously what was the median value of age, we should have calculated it before. एबे पुणी केमित करी होबो जे पछर पुणी एटा रन करया पड़िबो. Why? Because I didn't save any copied file. Okay, anyway the median value got replaced over what all the missing values, सब missing values ऊपर median value टा आसी. ना एबे गोटे कथा to sum जाई चेक कर दबा, let's find it out. Salary देखो salary और age दिजन कर 0 0 हो गेले. Now if someone is saying that okay what is happening is median value टा floating point रे आसिला age रे floating point जिनटा add हो जाई, then what can we do? Can we go for typecasting? Yes, 80 typecasting दरकार पड़ियो. Go and use something called hash type भीतर कौन देवी मु पके देवी int 32 64 whatever you put that's fine. 32 रे निजबो by default. If I go and run it, yeah, that's happened. Let me put it. Oh, that's fine. You can do something called df डॉट इन्फो df डॉट इन्फो यूज कर दियो और चेक कर दियो. ओके मैं ये करनी df h. Now this is fine. Now this is fine. Go and check it out. Okay. Edit int आसीगला. तो इन केस यदि फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट चेंज भी ହେଇଛି ସେଟା इंटीजर रे चेंज ହେଇଯିବ. You can prefer as type. Got it? Now let's go to most frequent. Coming to all other columns, suppose a column is state. State Odisha is present 5 times, Bihar is present 4 times, UP is present 2 times. So which one is the mode here? Odisha is the mode. Then you can place Odisha most frequent. The strategy रे मैं most frequent use करी. जदि मैं एटी mode लिखी थी कौन इथंदा? से error दिखंदा. It would have given me error if I would have used something called mode. देखो तुम भावुथिबा रे तो error तो सर दिखेलानी. ये तुम गोटे इंजिन बन देच इंजिन बनला बेले को भी इंजिन बनईदेव हाँ तेढ़ामेढ़ा इंजिन गोटे बन दियो डिफेक्ट्स थाउ कि इंजिन तो बनीगला कि जना के पड़ो प्रोब्लेमटा अच्छे जो से कार रे फिटिंग कर कार ही स्टार्ट हेनी ओके लेट मी गो एंड फिट इट नाउ लेट मी गो एंड फिट इट नाउ error error fine so while creating the engine itself you have to be cautious so what I should be putting I should be putting something called most frequent I am simply copying it from here and I'm passing it here most frequent the most frequent यदि use करीबी then it will be working go and use it over my gender that's fine it happened even you can use it over marital description that's also fine or else multiple जिनसे भी तुम्हें at a time भी नहीं जाओ double bracket भीतर comma comma देगी that is also completely fine go and check it out is there a null value right now 80 and even this one is also 0 coming to the gender part okay so mean median most frequent these three strategy are coming under simple imputation and to do simple imputation we have a function called simple imputer is a part of which library sklearn of which module impute module fine तो ये जिनसटा टिके मन रखिबो from interview point of view coach okay now as we discussed that suppose so many null values are there so many null values सबुतरे से mean median mode जति पके देबा ताले किछि meaning एते रहिबनी that is the reason why if you are having any kind of doubt go for the client meet एथिपाई हुए काना सेठी तम सहित से माने पचरंती आर यू फेसिंग एनी प्रॉब्लम डू यू हैव एनी क्वेरीज रिगार्डिंग द डेटा सेट जोटा कि आमे तुमको बते परिबु तुम संग संग पचर दबो सर 2 आउट ऑफ 500 records you have given 200 null values 200 तो null values तले सर डाटा सेट हम दउथलु ही कहीं यदि एते null values हम कहीं दिछ से सेति बेले जानिबो बिकॉज़ ओ दिस कुड बी प्रॉब्लम फ्रॉम आवर साइड सॉरी टाइपिंग मिस्टेक प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक से null value ही जाइछ हमें जाननु सी तुम गोटे कौन आइडिया देवे बेस्ड ऑन दैट गो एंड डू व्हाटएवर रेक्टिफिकेशन यू वांट टू डू ओके दे वुड बी हेल्पिंग यू फॉर श्योर जदि तांको तरफ किसी भूल होची anyway suppose the case is coming up that so many null values are there can we replace it with any constant value yes जार एक्सपीरियंस 5 वर्ष रो अधिक ताको दे बोनस देते 10,000 रो ओके सो दैट विल बी कमिंग
ଏଟା
अप
ଡିକ୍ଲେୟାର କେମିତି କରିବା?
18 declare होची strategy equals to constant give a constant value okay that's the reason why it was coming up like this it tama kon आइला strategy जेतल तुम यूज करछो पैरामीटर you should be coming up with either mean constant most frequent तो ये चारटा इनसे यूज करियो तो constant यूज कर दबो तापर आउट पैरामीटर होची fill value with what value you are going to fill it up 100 if so many missing values are there go and fill it with 100 so it will be replacing it with 100 तो ये भी गोटे बनेलो इंजिन गोटे क्रिएट कलो इंजिन टाको फिट करिवो पूरा टोटल प्रीप्रोसेसिंग स्टेप्स रे से होची create one engine fit it create an engine fit it transform it like this it will be coming up okay
ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଥିଲା
hmm.
ଯଦି କନଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଇମ୍ପୁଟେସନ୍ କଲି ତାହେଲେ ମୋର କେତେଟା କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଅଛି ସେଇ ହିସାବରେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଗୋଟେ ନେବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ ଧର 5ଟା କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଅଛି ମୁଁ 5ଟା ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ନେଲି ଆଉ ସେ 5ଟା ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁକୁ ରେଷ୍ଟ ଯୋଉ 200-300ଟା ମୋର ଏମ୍ପ୍ଟି ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଅଛି ସେଇଠି ମୁଁ ଇମ୍ପୁଟ କଲି, ତାହେଲେ ମୋର ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ଟେଣ୍ଡେନ୍ସି ତାକୁ ପୁଣି ଇଡିଏ କଲାବେଳେ ମୋର ଅସୁବିଧା ହବ।
ହୁଁ, ଦେଖ ଇଡିଏ जो ଇଡିଏଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମର ହେଉଛି ଇଡିଏ ବେସିକାଲି ଡୁ ଇଟ୍ ଓଭର ଆୱାର ର ଡେଟା ଉପରେ ଆମେ ଆଗେ ଇଡିଏ କରୁ, କାରଣ ଇଡିଏଟା ପୁରା କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆ ଡେଟା ଆମ ପାଖକୁ ଆସିଛି, ଆମେ ତାକୁ ବୁଝିବାକୁ ଟ୍ରାଏ କରୁଛୁ କି ତା ଉପରେ କିଛି କାମ କରିବୁନି, ଖାଲି ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବୁ ବୁଝିବାକୁ, ଅଣ୍ଡରଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡିଂ କରିବାକୁ ଆମର ଇଡିଏ ଦରକାର ପଡ଼େ। ତାପରେ ଇଡିଏ ୱାନ୍ସ ଇଟ୍ ଇସ୍ ଡନ୍, ୟୁ ଗଟ୍ ସୋ ମେନି ଥିଙ୍ଗସ୍, ଆରେ ଭାଇ ଏତେ ମିସିଂ ଥିଲା, ଇଏ ଥିଲା, ସିଏ ଥିଲା, ଆଉଟଲାୟର ଥିଲା, ଇଏ ଥିଲା, ସିଏ ଥିଲା। ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଯିବୁ ପ୍ରି ପ୍ରୋସେସିଂ ସ୍टेପ୍ସ। ପ୍ରି ପ୍ରୋସେସିଂ ସ୍टेପ୍ସ ଇଜ୍ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ଡିପେଣ୍ଡିଂ ଅନ୍ ୟୁ, ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଗୋଇଂ ଟୁ ଡୁ। তুমি କିଛି ବି କର, ଏଇଟା ତମର କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ତମ ଉପରେ ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ କରୁଛି, କାହିଁକିନା ଲାଷ୍ଟକୁ ତମେ ଏମ୍ଏଲ୍ ୟୁଜ୍ କରିକିରି ଭଲ ରେଜଲ୍ଟର ଆକ୍ୟୁରେସି ଦେଖେଇବ। ସୋ କ୍ଲାଏଣ୍ଟ ମିଟ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ହୁଏ, ୟୁ ହ୍ୟାଭ୍ ଟୁ ସୋ ଦିସ୍ ଥିଙ୍ଗସ୍, ର ଡେଟାରୁ କ'ଣ ପାଇଲ, ଆଉ ମସିନ୍ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ କଲା ପରେ ମଡେଲର ଆକ୍ୟୁରେସି ସହିତ ପ୍ରେଡିକ୍ସନ୍ କ'ଣ କଲ ସେଟା ଦେଖିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ। ଦିସ୍ ୱାନ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟରନାଲ୍ ଥିଙ୍ଗସ୍ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ କରୁଛି କେଉଁ ଜିନିଷ ନେଇକି ତମେ କରୁଛ କାମ, କେମିତି କ'ଣ କରୁଛ, ଇଟ୍ ଇସ୍ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ଡିପେଣ୍ଡିଂ ଅନ୍ ୟୁ। ସୋ ନୋ ନିଡ୍ ଟୁ ୱରି ଅବାଉଟ୍ ଦ ଇଡି ଆଫ୍ଟର ଡୁଇଂ ଦ ପ୍ରି ପ୍ରୋସେସିଂ। आफ्टर डूइंग द प्री प्रोसेसिंग ईडीए खाली करा जाए रीचेक करिया, जस्ट टू रीचेक आउटलेट ट्रीटमेंट हो जाइए तो जस्ट चेक इट आउट, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो जाइए तो जस्ट चेक इट आउट, डिड यू कवर अप द फीचर सिलेक्शन टेक्निक, डिड यू मेक द डेटा स्केल फ्री, जस्ट चेक इट आउट, डिड यू रिमूव ऑल द आउटलायर्स, चेक इट आउट, डिड यू रिमूव ऑल द मिसिंग वैल्यूज, चेक इट आउट, अरे डुप्लीकेट किसी बाकी रहा कि चेक कर दियो। सो एति बेले आउट रे ईडीए करा जाए एंड यू कैन प्रिफर समथिंग कॉल्ड ऑटो ईडीए।
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଥିଲା,
ହୁଁ
ଯଦି ମୋର 300ଟା ରେକର୍ଡର ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଅଛି, 200ଟାରେ ନାହିଁ,
ହୁଁ
ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ 300ଟା ରେକର୍ଡର ରେଞ୍ଜ ବାହାର କରିକି ସେଇ ରେଞ୍ଜକୁ ରାଣ୍ଡମ ଇଣ୍ଟିଜର ଭାବେ ଆଡ୍ କରିପାରିବି। ରାଣ୍ଡମ ଇଣ୍ଟିଜର ସେଇ ପାଣ୍ଡାଜରେ ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ୟୁଜ୍ କରିକି ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ 200ଟା ଯାଙ୍କରେ ସେଇ ରେଞ୍ଜ ଭିତରେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ପକେଇଲେ ଏଟା ଠିକ୍ ପ୍ରୋସିଜର ହବ କି ନାହିଁ?
ହୁଁ, ଦେଖ ଏଇଟା କରିବ ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି, ବଟ୍ ବିଜନେସ୍ ଅବଜେକ୍ଟିଭ୍ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ୍ ଭ୍ୟୁରୁ କିଛି ନା କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ଆସିପାରେ, କାହିଁକିନା ତୁମର ଯେଉଁ ମିସିଂ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ତୁମେ କହୁଛ, ଫର୍ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ପଲ୍ ସପୋଜ୍ ୟୁ ହ୍ୟାଭ୍ 5 କଲମ୍ସ, ମାନେ ନାହିଁ କି ପୁରା 5ଟା କଲମ୍ 1 2 3 4 5 ଆଉ 200ଟା ରୋଜ୍ ଅଛି, ଟୋଟାଲ୍ କ'ଣ 5ଟା କଲମ୍ ଆଉ 200ଟା ରୋଜ୍ରେ ମିସିଂ ମିସିଂ ମିସିଂ, ତାହେଲେ ତୁମେ ଟୋଟାଲ୍ ଡ୍ରପ୍ ହିଁ କରିଦିଅ ଭାଇ, ଡିଲିଟ୍ କରିଦିଅ, କ'ଣ ଦରକାର ତ ସବୁଗୁଡ଼ାକ ହିଁ ଖାଲି। ଏମିତି ତ ନଥିବ, ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ କେମିତି ଥାଇପାରେ, ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ ନହେଲେ ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ କେଉଁ ଦୁଇଟା ତିନିଟା କଲମ୍ରେ ମିସିଂ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ଥିବ, ବାକି ଗୁଡ଼ା କଭର୍ ଅପ୍ ଥିବ, all other things are covered up, is not it? If you got all the other things covered up but few of the columns are containing so many missing values, okay, then go and prefer another technique called hot deck imputation. Yeah, advanced method रहुची hot deck imputation, or else best way to handle it is mice, ऐसे advanced imputation technique, regression imputation, ये ला मल्टी आइट्रेटिव चेन ऑफ इक्वेशन माइस। ଏଥିରେ କ'ଣ ହେଉଛି ମୁଁ ଏବେ ବତେଇବି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଓଭରଅଲ୍ ଆଇଡ଼ିଆ ଦେଇଦେବି ୱାଇ, ବିକଜ୍ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ ବୁଝିବାକୁ ହେଲେ ୟୁ ସୁଡ୍ ବି ନୋଇଂ ଏମ୍ଏଲ୍, ମେସିନ୍ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂର କନସେପ୍ଟ ଟିକେ ଜାଣିଥିବା ଦରକାର, ଆଉ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକାଲି ଟିକେ ବୁଝିଥିବା ଦରକାର ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ। ଓକେ, ତ ଖାଲି ଆମ ପାଖରେ ସିମ୍ପଲ୍ ଇମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟେସନ୍ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ନାହିଁ। ଇଫ୍ ୟୁ ୱାଣ୍ଟ ଟୁ ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡେଲ୍ ଏନି ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ୍ କେସେସ୍, ଫର୍ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ପଲ୍ ଏଇ କେସ୍ଟା ମୁଁ କହିଲି, এই কেসে র্যান্ডমলি ভ্যালুজ দেওয়া অপেক্ষা ইউ ক্যান প্রিফর হট ডেক ইম্পুটেশন। হট ডেক ইম্পুটেশন কেমতি কাম করিব, সিমিলারিটি খুঁজিব। দিস ইম্পুটেশন টেকনিক উইল ফিগর আউট সিমিলারিটি, কেমিতি দেখ বতাউছি। सी 2 5 6 5 8 4 3 2 8 missing, let me take 8 6, this is 10 missing 4, ଏଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ missing 5 4, ଏଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ missing 3 missing, something like this, fine। ସେମିତି ବହୁତ ସାରା ଏବେ ରୋଜ୍ ଅଛି ଖାଲି ମିସିଂ 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 ମିସିଂରେ କଭର୍ ଅପ୍ ଅଛି। या तो हमें सिंपल इम्प्यूटेशन तो यूज कर पाएगा, दैट्स कंप्लीटली फाइन, से तरह मीन फिन मीडियन मीडिया जहाँ बाहर कला। कमिंग टू हॉट डेक इम्प्यूटेशन, हाउ इट विल वर्क, हॉट डेक केम काम करिवो, टू गो फॉर हॉट डेक distance calculation is necessary. Distance calculation. Suppose like check karibo ko jagar re emptiness ଅଛି. Here we are in this column, you in this row you have missing value. It will be finding out the distance of this record, 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 this record. Distance calculate habo. Given distance calculate habo, we have a default distance calculation criteria that is known as Euclidean distance, and we also call it as L1, 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 L2, L2, L2 norm. We call it as L2 norm. Euclidean distance formula. ये distance formula कौन करोची देखो. It is something like you have two coordinates x1 y1, another one is x2 y2. Okay, it will be figuring out the distance like this: x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. तो सही बेसिस से काम करियो. एट मिसिंग वैल्यू अछि ना, तुम एठको फिल अप करबा चाहछो ना? यस, डू यू? यस. कोन करबी? 8 minus 5 whole square plus 6 minus 6 whole square, root over of गोटे value देला. Go for this record and the second record. 8 minus 8 whole square plus 6 minus 4 whole square, take the root over of. Again go to the third record. 8 minus 2 whole square plus 6 minus 8 whole square, take the root over of. Fine. एठी गोटे वैल्यू पाइल, एठी गोटे वैल्यू पाइल, एठी गोटे वैल्यू पाइल. आउट ऑफ दिस थ्री वैल्यू को भी वैल्यू जदि बहुत ही मिनिमम अछि, दैट मीन्स डिस्टेंस बहुत पाखे अछि. डिस्टेंस क्लोज मीन्स, डिस्टेंस नियर मीन्स सिमिलरिटी इज मोर. इफ सिमिलरिटी इज मोर, टेक दैट पर्टिकुलर रिकॉर्ड. ओके, मु धरो रैंडमली पाइगली कि एई रिकॉर्ड सहित जदि डिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट करूची बहुत कम आछी, बहुत मिनिमम डिस्टेंस आछी. If the distance between this record and this record is minimum, go and take this 5, put it here. ବୁଝିପାରିଲ? The corresponding value should be taken and given here.
କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋର ତିନିଟାଙ୍କ ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା କଲମ ଅଛି. ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା ଇନ୍ ଦ ସେନ୍ସ
ତିନିଟା ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା ମାନେ
ଧର ତିନିଟା ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା କଲମ, ମାନେ ଗୋଟାକ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ କଲମ, ଆଉ ଗୋଟାକରେ ଅଛି କେତେ ପରସେଣ୍ଟେଜ ଅଫ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ ହେଲା, ଆଉ ନେକ୍ସଟ ହେଲା ନ୍ୟୁ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ.
ओके. min max color आगे यूज करिवो. गो एंड यूज min max color फर्स्ट. min max स्केलिंग कर
ମିନ୍
देले
ମ୍ୟାକ୍ସ
कोन? min max color कर देले गोटे पर्टिकुलर रेंज को आसीबो वैल्यूज गुडाको. Once you got all the values within a particular range, go and use this distance formula. Go and handle your missing values. ना लागे स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन कर दियो. सबू आइटम्स को गोटे पर्टिकुलर रेंज रे नहीं आसिया पड़ियो. फॉर एग्जांपल सपोज दिस इज 2 एंड आई हैव गिवन अस 50,000. दिस इज 0.6. This is 80,000. This is 0.4. It is one digit. Here it is 5 digit. And here decimal places are there. In order to go for distance formula, will you take 2 or 50,000? एमती किसी नबो, एम जदि नबो ताले इम्पैक्ट अधिक का ऊपर पड़ियो. बड़ नंबर ऊपर ही पड़ियो. Because of that big number, you would be getting a big answer. Fine. That is the reason why जेतले distance calculation करा जाए, आगे डेटा को नॉर्मलाइज कर दिया जाए. सीला फर्स्ट टेक्निक, सॉरी नॉर्मलाइज करी आगुर आउ गोटे जिंस कोन जानछो, यदि कैटेगोरिकल कॉलम थिबो चेंज इनटू न्यूमेरिक with the help of which technique? If you have
encoding.
encoding.
ଏନକୋଡିଂ.
एनकोडिंग तो आगे एनकोडिंग करिवो, तापरे डेटा को टोटल नॉर्मलाइजेशन यूज करिकि रेंज रे आनिवो, तापरे जेकी आउटलायर एनालिसिस करिवो. ये एकदम से अलग ही सर्कमस्टांसेस जाउछि. Fine. Why? Because you are using mathematics. If you are using proper mathematics, then you have to arrange the data in that particular way. This is known as hot take imputation. And hot take imputation रो direct library, sorry direct function किसी नहीं. User defined function use करिकरी ये logic टा पके को पड़े. So it will be taking a lot of time to write down the code and execute the things. That is the reason why hot take भलिया ही, hot take भलिया ही, hot take रो कोई पर बड़ा भाई, we call it as KNN, K nearest neighbor. KNN imputation. Let's figure it out. KNN imputation कौन? Similar concept किंतु easily कम है जीव. KNN full form is K nearest neighbor. Nighbor. Neighbor. K nearest neighbor. What do you mean by neighbor? हिंदी की ओडिया भाषा रे
ପଡୋଶୀ
neighbor कौन गो पड़ोसी
ପଡିଶା
पड़ोसी we call it as पड़ोसी तो सेम कॉन्सेप्ट एथरे यूज हुए एथरे कौन हुए ना आगे डिक्लेयर कर दिया जाए मते केतेटा नीबर नबार अछि पड़ोसी नबार अछि what I will be doing I will be first importing it from sklearn dot impute import KNN imputer. First import it. Once you have done the imputation, initialize it. जेमती venturizer को initialize करो, encoding को initialize करो, go and initialize this one. Let me take a variable called k. K is equals to KNN imputer. Imputer and parenthesis. Can we pass any parameter? Yes, we can pass one parameter. Parameter कौन दे परिवी? I can take how many k values I need. केतरा मते पड़ोसी दरकार. केतरा केते जनक सहित मु कंपेयर କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି you took k value as 3 ତାମାନେ ମତେ ତିନିଟା ପଡୋଶୀ ଦରକାର write down number of neighbor is equals to 3 or k value equals to 3 you took that parameter ମତେ ତିନିଟା ପଡୋଶୀ ଦରକାର ତାପରେ ଯାଇ କଣ କର ଫିଟ୍ କରିଦିଅ k dot fit underscore transform you are transforming it over what data frame df or your age column whatever you want it's completely up to you age column ଉପରେ କଲି or your entire data frame entire data frame no? Why because you are taking multiple columns is not it so dekho for example you have salary you have age you have rate of interest salary is given as 30k 40k k means 1000 gap 80k here you have or else another let me take it as 20k age re mu nebi 30 20 40 gap rate of interest 0.6 not 0.6.2 5.3 gap or else yeah 4.8 gap suppose this is a problem and you need to fill up your gaps if you want you can take mean imputation median imputation mode imputation that's completely you constant imputation jodi constant imputation is not at all valid here and a constant imputation dabak bole you can take the permission of client why constant value ତମେ ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା ତ ଦେଇପାରିବନି ନା କିଛି ବି ଦେଇଦେବ କି ଦେଇଦେଲେ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଗକୁ ଯାଇ କିଏ ରିସ୍କ ନବ that is the reason why you should be taking the help of your client that person would be giving you अरे भाई ଯଦି ବହୁତ ସାରା ମିସିଂ ଅଛି ନା ଗୋଟେ କାମ କର ତୁ 100 ନେଇଯା ତମେ 100 ନେଇଯିବ ତାହେଲେ ତା କଥା ଶୁଣିକି ତା ପାଇଁ କାମ କରୁଛ anyway then preference କ'ଣ ରହିଲା simple imputation ରେ ତ mean median mode use କରିପାରିବ mode ଏଠି use ହବ କି mode is not required mean median yes you can prefer it is up to you if you want to go for the advanced imputation techniques you can prefer something called knn imputation ମୁଁ k value के ଦେଇଥିଲି 3 ଦେଇଥିଲି okay what I will be doing देखो I have missing value here I have missing value here but before that as I told you knn is one algorithm under that algorithm we are going to deal with distance calculation and in order to deal with distance calculation all the ranges should be same 30,000 ये 30 priority तो आपको दे दो ना that is the reason why make your data to a particular range make your data scale free and in order to make your data scale free there are some other techniques which we are going to learn later से टेक्निक द्वारा तमे गोटे रेंज रे आन परियो कोन होबो रेंज रे 0 ରୁ 1 भितर सब नंबर गुडा पळे आसीबो or else all the numbers are present in such a way that their mean value is 0 sigma value is 1 or else minus 3 ରୁ plus 3 ଭିତରେ ଆସିଯିବ so values ଗୁଡାକ in this way you can make the arrangement once you did the arrangement go for the distance formula again coming to distance formula there are so many distance formulas but by default best distance formula is nothing but Euclidean class 10th 12th रे भी हमें पढ़िथिलु but भूली जाइछु it is something like x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square plus z1 minus z2 whole square plus dot 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 dot. In this way, it will also, just like your one hot and sorry, what is a hot deck imputation, it will calculate the distance between this record, 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 and you got the distance values as 20, 30, 15, 40. ଯଦି এই ଚାରିଟା ডিস্টেন্স না ଆ ସହିତ ଚାରିଟା ডিস্টেন্স ପାଇଲ। now out of this four how many you have to prefer? ତିନିଟା। why? because I have given k equals to 3, ମୋତେ ତିନିଟା ଦରକାର। ତ ତମେ ତିନିଟା ନେଲ, ତିନିଟା କ'ଣ ନେଲ? କ୍ଲୋଜେଷ୍ଟ। ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲୋଜ ଇଜ 15, ନେକ୍ସଟ 20, ଦେନ୍ 30। ତ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଥ୍ରୀ ରେକର୍ଡସ୍ 1, 2, 3, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ ଇଟ୍। once you got these values, what you have to do? Take the mean of the corresponding value. For example, mate 8 fill up kariyar achi. If I want to fill this and I have preferred 1, 2, 3, tinta row, take the mean of this 30, 40 plus 80, divide by 3, getting me? ये 30, ये 40, ये 80, ये तीनटा रो मीन कैलकुलेट कर दो, जहां भी पाइलो that will be replaced here. In the same way, if you want to replace this one and you have preferred 1, 2, 3, go and take the mean of this one, this one, this one, place it here. Got it? So first distance is going to be calculated, then you have to figure out the number of neighbors you want. Once you finalize that these are my neighbors, permanent neighbors, take the mean of the corresponding values and place it over your missing value. So this is how it works. This is how it works. KNN imputer. Advanced technique. If you use this technique, then you obviously be getting good answers. Okay, no worries. Okay, so this is one way. This is another way of handling your missing value. Is there any?
KNN
Huh?
KNN by imputation use
ଏଇଟା ହେଲା KNN imputer.
କୋଡ କୋଡ ଗୁଡା କେମିତି କ'ଣ ପଛରେ ଦେଖିବେ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା କୋଡ ଦେଖିବ। ପଛରେ mathematics ବୁଝିଲ? You understood the mathematics behind the scene? Okay, fine. Do I have the code? I did. KNN imputer. देखो। अच्छा, first of all, tell me, KNN imputation is going to work on categorical data na numerical data?
न्यूमेरिकल
Numerical. Although you have categorical data, first convert it into numerical format. तो मैं कौन कली numeric feature. Numeric feature means those features which are numeric in nature. Number regarding ଜିନିଷ को ମୁଁ filter out कली with the help of select underscore d types, data types. Go and select your data types excluding your object. Don't include your object. A part of object, whatever other columns you have, simply bring it out. And I'm putting it over my numeric feature. Numeric feature. Let's see this. तो numeric feature कौन है? Salary of age आएगा। ये टोटल फिल्ड अप हो जाइए कहीं ना हमें 3-4 थर मिसिंग वैल्यू कर सारे। तो मुझे कौन करी आउ थे रन करी जिन आबे मुझे एठी where is my KNN imputer एटा fine. Now I am importing KNN imputer from which library? sklearn impute. सही sklearn impute रो सब हो जाउछ। देखो sklearn impute is nothing but the module that python file. Under that python file you learnt simple imputer, you learn KNN imputer. Go for the number of neighbors you want. N neighbors, n means number of neighbors. How many you want? 2, 3, 4, it's up to you. It's up to you how many you are providing. Again, randomly कौन हमें किसी भी एमती पकी परिबे कि? हैं? Randomly कौन किसी पकी के पळेबा? No. No. एबे सिना पकी दोची गोटे एग्जांपल पई randomly पकी होबन। तो randomly यदि न पकेबा ताले केमित कोन पकेबा? You have to use something called grid search CV, and these things you are going to learn under machine learning. That is the reason why I told you these are advanced concepts. Grid search CV concepts. Grid search CV रे तुमको use np dot arrange. You know what arrange is? np dot arrange,
हाँ
and I am taking arrange from 2 to 50. तो कौन हो 2, 3, 4 till 49 प्रत्येक वैल्यू को से नब मिसिंग वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करिवो ତାପରେ ପ୍ରେଡିକ୍ସନ୍ କରିବ, ଆକ୍ୟୁରେସି ଦେବ, ଆକ୍ୟୁରେସି ଦେବ। wherever you are getting good accuracy, ସେ ତମକୁ finalize ଜିନିଷ ଦବ, yes if you take k value as 4 you are getting this much accuracy, ତ ସେଇଠି ତମେ କନଫର୍ମ ହେଇଯିବ, ଓକେ ସୋ k value ଏତିକି ନେଲେ accuracy ମୋର ହେଇଯାଉଛି କନଫର୍ମ। So this is known as cross validation technique, hyper parameter tuning technique. We call it as hyper parameter tuning. If you want to do hyper parameter tuning, you have to prefer great search CV. Okay, but সেটা
ଟୁ
ତ
ଟୁ
ଟିକେ
ଫିଫ୍ଟିଟା
ହୁଁ
2 to 50ଟା କ'ଣ ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଦେବ ନା କାହାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ରିଲେଟ୍ କରିକି ଦେବାକୁ
ନାଇଁ
ପଡ଼ିବ
ସେ
ନା?
ସେଇଟା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ, ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ରେଞ୍ଜ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଦେଇପାରିବ। 100ଟା ତ ଦେବିନି ମୁଁ, କାରଣ 100ଟା ଦେଲେ କିଛି ମିନିଂ ହିଁ ରହିବନି, କାରଣ ତମ ଡେଟା ସେଟ୍ ଟୋଟାଲ, ସପୋଜ ୟୁ ହ୍ୟାଭ୍ ଅ ଡେଟା ସେଟ୍, ୟୁ ହ୍ୟାଭ୍ ଅ ଡେଟା ସେଟ୍ ଇଟ୍ କଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ଓନ୍ଲି 1000 ରେକର୍ଡସ୍, 1000 ରେକର୍ଡସ୍, ତ 100ଟା ନିବର ନେଲେ କିଛି ମିନିଂ ରଖିବନି କିଛି। ତ 100ଟା ପଡ଼ୋଶୀ ମୁଁ କାହିଁ ନେବି, ମୁଁ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକାଲି ट्राए करी विदिन 50 किसी नବାକୁ विदिन 50। सो ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଲୁପ୍ ୟୁଜ୍ କରିଦେବି, ଲୁପ୍ ୟୁଜ୍ କରିଦେବି, ନହେଲେ ଏ ଯେଉଁ ଗ୍ରେଟ୍ ସାର୍ ସିଭି ୟୁଜ୍ କଲି, ସେ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁକୁ ନେଇକି ଚେକ୍ କରିବ, ଚେକ୍ କରିବ, ଚେକ୍ କରିବ। ଆଉଟ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦିସ୍ ଇଫ୍ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡିଂ ୟୋର ଗୋଲ୍, ତମ ଗୋଲ୍ କେତେ ଥିଲା? 90% ଆକ୍ୟୁରେସି ଥିଲା। ଇଫ୍ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡିଂ 90% ଆକ୍ୟୁରେସି ଦେନ୍ ଷ୍ଟପ୍ ଇଟ୍। ଯଦି ସବୁଟା ଟ୍ରାଏ କଲ 90% ଆସୁନି, ଗୋ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଇନକ୍ରିଜ୍ ଇଟ୍, ଟିକେ 50 ଜାଗାରେ ତମେ ଏବେ 80 ନେଇଯାଅ, ଟ୍ରାଏ ଇଟ୍। ओके, बट आर disadvantage कौन? If we take each and every value again and again, it will be consuming a lot of time, computational time will increase, model will become complex, computational time will increase, this is the demerit, time ही बहुत पड़ेगा नहीं जीव, fine, memory space अधिक consume ହେଇଯିବ। Okay, as you can see here, memory 83% is getting consumed, fine, because of whatever I'm showing it to you। ओके, धर हम k नेबर 2 नेली, दैट्स फाइन, गो एंड रन इट, फिट अंडरस्कोर ट्रांसफॉर्म कर देली एंड आई एम ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग इट ओवर माय न्यूमेरिक फीचर। सो बिहाइंड द सीन दुनिया एंजॉय ହେଇଗଲା। बिहाइंड द सीन से कौन कला, से डिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट कला बिटवीन ईच एंड एवरी रिकॉर्ड। आफ्टर फिगरिंग आउट द डिस्टेंस, इट चेक्ड आउट हाउ मेनी नीबर्स यू लिटरली वांट, यू वांट 2, सो टॉप 2 नीबर्स यू गॉट इट, ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କର ମିନ୍ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ କାଲକୁଲେଟ୍ କରିବ, ଆଉ ରିପ୍ଲେସ୍ କରିଦେବ ଯୋଉଠି ମିସିଂ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ଅଛି। ଗେଟିଂ मी? Now if you go and figure out, पूर्व थर के 32 को 35 थिला मिसिंग वैल्यूज, now check it out, you would be getting something called 0 0। Okay, so all the values got replaced by the mean value of the neighbors। So this is one technique known as knn imputer, fine। Any more advanced technique? Yes, we have so many different advanced techniques, we have something called regression imputation, regression imputation। What happens in regression imputation? Regression imputation में देखो कौन होगा? For example, you have salary, salaries, you have age, you have rate of interest. Salary 20k, 30k, space in the sense null value, 50k, 80k. Age 30, 20, 40, gap 50. Rate of interest 30, not 30, 3, 6, 5.2, 8.6, gap. Here we are not bothering about the distance। ଏଥିରେ ଯେମିତି ଅଛି ଡେଟା ଯଦି ସେମିତି ବି ନେଇକରି କାମ କରିବି କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ, ଏଥିରେ ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ କାଲକୁଲେସନ୍ ହେବନି। तो किसी रेंज सेम आनिया भी मैंडेटरी नुहे। इफ यू आर मेकिंग इट दैट्स फाइन, बट इफ यू आर नॉट मेकिंग इट दैट्स आल्सो कंप्लीटली फाइन। तो ये केस रे कौन होची, रिग्रेशन इम्प्यूटेशन इज अ predictive technique। you are going to do the prediction। how you are going to do the prediction? First गोटे कॉलम को फोकस करियो, लेट मी फोकस ऑन सैलरी कॉलम, दैट मीन्स आई जस्ट वांट टू fill this missing value of salary। if I want to make or fill this missing value of salary, this one is going to be my input, this one is going to be my input, this one will be my output। It will form an equation, y is equals to something called m1 age plus m2 rate of interest। So this is one equation which is going to be formed. And y is nothing but your salary. Salary. Now ତମେ ଭାବୁଥିବ sir age ରେ ବି ତ ଅଛି ଏଠି missing value, here also you have missing value, then what is going to happen? Regression imputation initially will consider mean of your input values. Mean ନେଇଯିବ 30 20 40 plus 50 divided by 1 2 3 4 divided by 4, you would be getting some output here. Again temporary, just for temporary purpose it will be replacing some missing values just by taking the mean. आ ପାଇଁ ବି mean ନେଇଗଲା, आ ପାଇଁ ବି mean ନେଇଗଲା, replace କରିଦେଲା କାହିଁକି ନା ଏମାନେ ମୋର input. If you know the input, then only you can come up with your output, is not it? Acha, tell me, y is dependent or age is dependent? Which one is dependent? Y or age?
Why?
Y is
Why?
dependent. If y is dependent, you should be having all the values of age. So all the values of age would be coming up because of initial mean value calculation, and that will be getting calculated automatically by regression, or that linear regression model. Fine. Once it got calculated, now go for the prediction. Now, yeah, this equation is going to come up. Now you must be thinking, sir, equation टा ଆସିବ କେମିତି? Automatically କେମିତି ହେବ? There is one technique which is running behind the scene, that is known as OLS technique. ଯେମିତି ସେଥିରେ ପଢିଲ କ'ଣ mathematics କ'ଣ ଥିଲା KNN ରେ distance calculation. Here we have something called OLS.
Euclidean.
OLS stands for ordinary least square technique. Ordinary least square technique. Least square technique. Ordinary least square technique is a technique that tries to give you the relationship between input and output in such a way that the error rate would be minimized. There would be less error. What is this error? Error is known as sum of squared error. It is not Sushant Singh Rajput, it is sum of squared error. It is nothing but y minus y prediction raw square, raw summation. এই এররটা কম କରିବାକୁ ସେ try କରିବ by randomly experimenting new m1 and m2 values. These are known as coefficients. These are known as coefficients. By randomly picking different coefficients, it will try to create one equation in such a way that ultimately your error will be less. Error in the sense y minus y cap ମାନେ ଆକୁ କୁହାଯାଏ prediction. ସେ ଧର predict କଲା 20 को ମୁଁ predict कली 21, 30 को predict कला मे बी से 29 ଦେଇଛି output. Missing values will automatically be getting predicted. Okay, let it take it as 30 whatever, I don't know. ये हला 49, ये हला 80, ये हला केते 79 for example. Get the error y minus y cap 20 minus 21, 30 minus 29, ये तो किसी जଣା नहीं. 50 minus 49, 80 minus 79. Ultimately you have to get the square. ଯଦି ସେଇ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁଟା ବହୁତ ହି କମ୍ ଆସୁଛି ଯେଉଁ କୌଣସି m1 ଆଉ m2 ପାଇଁ, ସେ ତାକୁ ଫିକ୍ସଡ କରିଦେବ ସେ ଇକ୍ୱେସନଟାକୁ. once the equation got fixed, now you can give any input, get the output. That will be your finalized equation or finalized model. Fine. So because of OLS technique, ordinary least square technique, it will be helping you to provide the relationship between input and output with giving a equation. से equation रे constant value थिबो, से constant value एमिति नबो जे से error टा कम आस्थिबो. So this is one of the famous model, OLS technique, very powerful model. OLS.
ଗୋଟେ ଏ ଯୋଉ କୋଫିସିଏଣ୍ଟ ଗୁଡ଼ା ଅଛି ଆର୍ବିଟ୍ରାରିଲି ପକେଇବ କି?
Arbitrarily ପକେଇବ.
ତାର କିଛି ରେଞ୍ଜ ନାହିଁ?
तार किसी रेंज नहीं है कि that will
ତାହେଲେ
be
ସିଏ
depending
କେମିତି
on the
ଜାଣିବ
values
ଏଟା
of x.
ମିନିମମ୍ ଆସିବ?
Hmm.
କେମିତି ଜାଣିବ ମିନିମମ୍ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଆସିଲା ବୋଲି?
P low,
ଓହୋ,
P high, null fly. P low, null go. Hypothesis testing basis रे काम करियो. तापर आउरी दुनिया इंच आସୁଛି, we have something called r square, adjusted r square. R square is known as coefficient of determination. Adjusted r square ହେଲା तारो सानो भाई. Adjusted r square will be helping you to know which how much changes you are getting on y because of the changes over your x. ये variance calculate करके तुमको पता है. ଆଉ ये मॉडल ର परफॉर्मेंस भी बतेइबो. सो से डिफरेंट वैल्यूज m1 m2 नबो मॉडल ର परफॉर्मेंस चेक करिक आउटपुट गुडा को दउथिबो. ହେଲା जोठी मॉडल ର परफॉर्मेंस गोटे थ्रेशोल्ड वैल्यू फॉर एग्जांपल आई विल बी टेकिंग द थ्रेशोल्ड एज 0.6 0.6 रु ऊपर को पळै आसुची मॉडल रहि जिवो गोटे इक्वेशन दे दो हला so behind this so many things are there it will itself going to give you a summary table रे statistical जिंस दुनिया सारा अछि AIC archaic information criteria BIC Bayesian information criteria hypothesis testing ର p value confidence intervals based on the analysis of all these things it will be helping you to provide one equation and the equation is going to be provided in such a way that those coefficient values would be helping you to get the minimum error ଯଦି ଏଇଟା ଫାଇନାଲାଇଜ୍ ହେଇଗଲା ତାହେଲେ ସାଲାରୀ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଯାହା ବି ଆସିବ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଠିକ୍ ଠାକ୍ ଆଇଟମ୍ ଆସିବ ଓକେ ଅଲ୍ଟିମେଟଲି डिपेंड करूची आर स्क्वायर वैल्यू ऊपर इफ योर आर स्क्वायर वैल्यू इज नियरिंग टुवर्ड्स 1 इफ यू आर गेटिंग समथिंग कॉल्ड 0.8 0.7 तामे तमे जानिबो कि हां मॉडलटा भलो काम कला इन केस 0.7 0.8 जाइनी आसीनी तो जानिबो कि ये मॉडल इज नॉट वर्किंग गुड दिस मॉडल इज नॉट वर्किंग गुड again you have to go for the pre-processing steps figure out some mistakes you might have done go and rectify it and come back again or use any other model okay so this is another technique linear regression we call it as regression imputation okay तो ये गोटे गला रिग्रेशन इम्प्यूटेशन रा गोटे भाई अछि MIC मल्टीपल आइट्रेशन चेन ऑफ इक्वेशन
ଗୋଟେ ଥିଲା ଆଇଟରେଟ୍ ଇମ୍ପୁଟେସନ୍ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଥିଲା ମଲ୍ଟିଭାରିଏଟ୍ ଇମ୍ପୁଟେସନ୍
ଏଇଟା
ନା
ଏଇଟା
ଦିଟାଙ୍କ ଗୋଟେ
ଏଇଟା मल्टीवेरिएट एटा आइट्रेशन तो नॉर्मल आइट्रेट करिवो दिस इज नोन एज मल्टीवेरिएट एथरे मल्टीपल एम लगी ना मल्टीपल एथरे होउची देखो कोन सेम concept just like your linear regression it will work but it will keep on doing the things again and again and again you have salary column you have age column you have rate of interest column से सैलरी कॉलम को आगे आउटपुट बनेला दीटा को इनपुट बनेला फिगर आउट कला आउट जहाँ भी जो मिसिंग वैल्यूटा फिल अप कर देला तापर मिसिंग वैल्यू वंस फिल अप हेगला एज ऊपर पुणी काम करिवो एज विल बी टेकन एज योर आउटपुट other two other two things should be taken as your input okay now age को आउटपुट करिकी ए दीटा को इनपुट करिकी चलेला then it will be taking ROI as your output other things as your input once it is done you shouldn't be stopping एबे कोन करिवे पुणी रिटर्न आसीबे सैलरी को पुणी सैलरी रे जो आगुर तो मिसिंग वैल्यू तमे फिल अप कर दीचो एबे जे पुणी से भूली जीवो let me forget again forget that missing value again whatever you got it as age and rate of interest recently jab update hichi based on that again go and predict for salary once you got predicted again go and predict for age पुणी जब predict करो ROI by taking these two as input so it will keep on iterating unless and until convergence is going to happen convergence माने प्रथम थर मिसिंग वैल्यू मो सैलरी पई प्रेडिक्ट कली 30 सेकेंड टाइम मु प्रेडिक्ट कली 35 थर्ड टाइम मु प्रेडिक्ट कली 34 फोर्थ टाइम मु प्रेडिक्ट कली 29.9 नाउ टेल मी व्हिच वन इज क्लोजर टू 30
29.9
29.9 so once closeness is happening and again 29.9 पुणी थोड़ा ट्राई कली एबे आसला से 29.9 29.9 एबे तो बार बार से 29.9 हैला तो से मॉडल रहि जीवो मॉडल कहबो अच्छा भाई ताले तू एटा को तू फिक्स कर दे टेक दिस वन एज योर फाइनल field of value final field of value okay
ଏଥିରେ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକ୍ସ କ'ଣ ଅଛି କି ନା
सेम
ନାହିଁ?
जिनस सेम y is equals to mx plus c इक्वेशन लिनियर रिग्रेशन इक्वेशन ही काम करूची एठी किंतु बार बार काम करूची आगे आ ऊपर काम करूची तब ता ऊपर काम करूची तब ता ऊपर काम करूची पुणी आछी सैलरी ऊपर पुणी आछी एज ऊपर एम चलथिबो अनलेस एंड अनटिल कन्वर्जेंस क्राइटेरिया इज मेट एमती भी पारे तो ये क्राइटेरिया बिल्कुल भी अटेंड न हो पारे फॉर दैट व्हाट वी कैन डू वी कैन गिव एन आइट्रेशन एज 10 माने भाई मते 10 थर ही तमे काम करो माने सैलरी ऊपर मु खाली 10 टाइम्स ही बार बार चेक करिवि दैट्स इट एनफ वंस 10 इज गेटिंग क्रॉस्ड आउट लास्ट टाइम से 10th अटेम्प्ट रे जहां भी थिला वैल्यू प्लीज गिव मी दैट वैल्यू आई डोंट वांट टू गो अहेड सो यू आर पुटिंग वन लिमिट दैट go for 10 iteration that's it
ଆଚ୍ଛା ସେ ପ୍ରତି ଇଚ୍ କଲମ୍ ଉପରେ 10 ଟାଇମ୍ସ କରିବ ନା ସିକ୍ୱେନ୍ସିଆଲି କରିବ ପୁଣି ଆଉଥରେ ମୂଳକୁ ଆସିବ
ନାଇଁ,
ପୁଣି ଗୋଟେ ପରେ
each column ଭିତରେ ସେ how many times it is iterating and providing you those values 10 ଥର କରିବ, 10 ଟାଇମ୍ ହେଇଗଲା, ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ whatever you got that will be your finalized output।
ତାପରେ ସେ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ କଲମକୁ ଯିବ।
ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ଥର ଆ ପାଇଁ 10 ଥର, ଆ ପାଇଁ 10th, ଆ ପାଇଁ 10th, ସେ ମାନେ ରିପିଟେସନ ହଉ ନ ହଉ ଯାହା ବି ଅଛି ସେ ସେତିକିରେ ଏଣ୍ଡ କରିଦେବ, ଆଉଟପୁଟ୍ ଦେଇଦେବ।
ଏଟା କୋଡ୍ କେମିତି ଲେଖିବ?
କୋଡ୍ ଆର ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ କୋଡ୍ ସେମିତି ନାହିଁ, ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ଟୁ ଏନିୱେ ମୁଁ ମାଇସ୍ର ମୋର ଅଛି ଆଇ ଗେସ୍। ଓକେ, ସେ ସବୁ ଏସ୍କେଲନ୍ର କାମ ହେଲା। ଏସ୍କେଲନ୍ ପାଖରେ ଆମର ଅଛି ଏକ୍ସପେରିମେଣ୍ଟାଲ। ଓକେ, वी हैव सम अदर मॉड्यूल
ଟିକେ
कॉल्ड
ବଡ କରୁନ,
हैं बड़ करबी।
ଟିକେ ବଡ। ହଁ।
Okay, the experimental is the module। Okay, previously we had seen impute, now we are going to have something called experimental। देखो तारो function देखो, enable iterative imputer। enable iterative imputer is the function that you have to use। तो मैं एटा यूज कली from sklearn.impute import iterative imputer। iterative imputer is the function that will be helpful for you to go for this iteration ହେଲା। ଗୋଟେ ନର୍ମାଲ ଡେଟା ସେଟ୍ ଉପରେ ମୁଁ ଧର କାମ କରୁଛି, ଏଜ୍ ହାଇଟ୍ ୱେଟ୍। ଓକେ, ଆଉ ଉପରେ ମୁଁ କାମ କଲିନି ବିକଜ ଏଇ ଡେଟା ସେଟ୍ରେ ଆମର ମାତ୍ର ଦୁଇଟା ହିଁ ଇଏ ଅଛି, କ'ଣ କଲମ୍ସ ଅଛି ଯୋଉଟା ନ୍ୟୁମେରିକାଲ ନେଚର। ଅଗେନ୍ ହିୟର ଅଲସୋ ନ୍ୟୁମେରିକାଲ କଲମ୍ ହିଁ ଦରକାର। ଓକେ, ୱାଇ ବିକଜ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକ୍ସ ୟୁଜ୍ ହେଉଛି, ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନଟ୍ ହ୍ୟାଭ୍ ଅ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ କ୍ୟାଟ୍ ପ୍ଲସ୍ ଡଗ୍ ତ କରିହେବନି, ତ କ୍ୟାଟ୍ର ଗୋଟେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଦରକାର, ଡଗ୍ର ବି ଗୋଟେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଦରକାର। ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଦ ରିଜନ୍ ୱାଇ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ଟୁ ପ୍ରିଫର ଏନକୋଡିଂ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ। ଆଗେ ଏନକୋଡିଂ କରିକି ଆସିବ। Suppose these are some of the data I have taken, and I have something called data frame। Let me create as a data frame। So df got calculated, this is a data frame got 1 2 3 4। Okay, now I can go with maximum iteration is 10, go for the maximum iteration as 10, random state equals to 0। That means again and again you are taking the same item। random state equals to 0 माने किछि आउ चेंज करनी, जोटा तू जेमती मिसिंग वैल्यू नै छु ताको इनपुट नै कि आगु जा। फॉर एग्जांपल you have salary column, you have some values 30k, 40k, 50k, missing value 60k, you filled it up as 70 for example। Now you are taking the same column as your input to predict for age। एज रे भी कितना मिसिंग वैल्यू थिला, तो एज जिंस को प्रिडिक्ट करिया गेले मु से सेम जिंस नेबी to tell Python that please take the same items again and again, you have to take something called random state equals to 0 or random state equals to 30 40 50 any number you put। it depend कोनी को नंबर दउछ, किछि भी नंबर दियो से बुझिबो कि अच्छा तमे से फिक्स्ड किछि चेंजेस न करी से सेम आइटम को नै गिरी जाकु जाउछ। ओके, maximum iteration is the number of times you are going to iterate the things, and simply go and fit underscore transform, that's it। so मात्र 3 लाइन रो काम किंतु पछरे केते जिंस होउची तमे जानलो। so this is what ml is। ml रे कोड रन करिवा is too much easy, but behind the scene what are the things happening, if you know those things then it will be helpful। so what I will be doing, I am creating a data frame and I'm it jaha bhi hegala fit underscore transform hegala ready hegala, to हम ताको data frame रे change कर दोछि। I am putting it here and I am putting the column names, column names equals to df dot columns। that means whatever my column names were previously coming up, age height weight एबे भी सही ना दे दे, column रे सही ना दे दे किंतु मते finalize गोटे data frame बने कि दे। if I go and check it out, df underscore imputed, see imputation done, imputation done। so ये जो missing value thila you can get the results। so because of the same technique the things are working behind the scene। okay, so this is what mice is, mic। So anyway, for this level, you shouldn't be worrying about these things. Why? Because coming to imputation, so many things are there. We have something called forward imputation, backward imputation. We have something called interpolation imputation। These techniques are going to be widely used coming to forecasting problems। Forecasting से ही से गोटे अलग दुनिया डाटा साइंस फोरकास्टिंग। तो ये जिनस भी अच्छी सेट, तो एत जिनस जान पूरा कन्फ्यूज हो। सो बेटर फॉर नाउ, फॉर दिस लेवल, फॉर योर जॉब पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, you should be understanding what simple imputer is। and if you want to learn more, if you want to gain more knowledge, then you can also check it out hot deck, you can prefer knn, regression, mice, these things also. You can have some idea to be at the safe zone. This is itself is powerful. Most of the times we use this one simple imputer, अब यही ठीक ठाक रिजल्ट आपको नहीं की जाए केस बेसिस रे तुम एगुड़ाक प्रिफर कर पाइबो एनीवे यही जो तुम काम बतई दउछि तो आपको जीवा एत दरकार नहीं ओके so this is how you need to handle your missing values. So missing values itself took a lot of time today. Okay then, so that's it for today. And ଆଉ କିଛିଟା ଜିନିଷ ରହିଲା ସ୍ପେସିଫିକାଲି ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର୍ମେସନ୍ ଗୋଟେ ରହିଲା and ଇଏ ରହିଲା feature scaling and transformation. These are easy things and you can easily learn these things. Easy ଅଛି
ଠିକ
tell